but it just takes time to feel like it's your class, and you take ownership of it, and you can do things in a way that works for you and for them. And now, oh my gosh, I love my students so much, but I am excited for like what's coming for them with the coming year and everything.
Mi Jessica quería imprimir.
And I always, you can hear me but you can't see me, I always thought about the beginning of the year, if it was like a roller coaster, like the highs were really high and the lows were really, really low, but eventually it starts to even out, and it does happen. You just can't give up, and you got to keep trying new things and know that like you do have control to make it better, and try not to do everything at once, but just little by little.
And you may even get to a point where the day-to-day just seems relatively easy toward the end of the year. Like you have your routines, you have like your set, like we'll do this guided reading activity, and then we're going to do some math, and it just kind of.
But along with changing things, like one step at a time, I really think repetition. You might think like, oh, that didn't work, so I'm not going to try to lesson the same way. But I think having almost the same format for, if you have math time, you start with one problem, then you give a little lecture, and then you work in groups, and then go back. Like as much repetition as you can have in the beginning.
They know it takes time.
Is helpful, yeah, because then they get used to it. Yeah.
Cool. So any last words of encouragement?
Don't be scared.
Yeah, enjoy it, have fun, and try to make the most out of it from the beginning. And
try to see how it's funny.
Yeah, definitely. And like try starting to learn who your kids are as individuals as quickly as you can, because at the end of the year you're going to be very sad to leave them, and you'll appreciate every moment that you had with them.
Oh, can I say one more thing? I just wrapped it up.
No.
When I was interviewing, a past third grade teacher told me that something that really helped her the very first day is that she watched as the kids came in the door, and she kind of tried to identify which kids were going to be trouble in the first day, just from how they were coming in. And you'll probably know that from your student profiles. And then like on that very first day as they entered, she gave those kids a special job, just so that kind of like she could get and started to have a relationship with tough kids on the like from the very first minute before they could try to take over. So
just thought of one more thing to add in, and that is that it's kind of important to try and stick with some of the routines or policies that the teacher before you had, at least at the beginning of the year, and this will help like the kids adjust to having a new teacher, and then you can slowly change them if it's not working for you. But for like the first 3 weeks or month or so, just kind of ease them into the new school year, and it'll make your life a lot easier too.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Kinder Preppa, the magic that happens with the 4, 5, and 6-year-olds.
Same crisscross applesauce. Thank you, Annie. Same crisscross applesauce. Thank you, Gracia. Thank you, Isabel. I know Miss Katie's going to take a video of this, but it's okay. We'll just do our calendar like we always bookshelf.
This is mostly all kids stuff. Crayons. Each table has their own crayon bucket. And then we have all of the center baskets. Very important. So when you're doing centers, you can tell the little munchkins, little Miss Maureen, why didn't you go get basket number 4? And take it to your table. All of the teacher things are up here. Pretty self-explanatory. Oh, these are important. The turn-in buckets. So when they finish their work, they put it in Preppa or Kinder. And, oh yeah, thank you for coming. Over here, very important, we have the little pink shelves. The bottom shelf is to turn in homework. Every Friday, Preppa would turn in their homework. And then each one, so here's Preppa's, and there's Kinder. This is stuff to give back to the kids. So you know that anything in this little basket needs to go back to a Preppa child. We also have some clipboards, housekeeping tips. When it rains, the water comes onto the bookshelf. So anything on here, anything on here, anything on this half of the next shelf will get wet. Sometimes this stuff will get wet, so you might want to move it during the rainy season so you don't ruin everything.
I'm Catherine, and this is the first grade classroom, so I'm just going to give a tour of what we have in here. This whole wall I use for math stuff, so we're working on like memorizing addition facts right now, and I usually put up here like whatever we're working on, because we're working on place value and memorization. Right here is where I keep all of our baskets for our centers, for activity time we call it. And so every day I'll fill them with the activities that we're going to be doing that day. This is all shared materials. So these are the materials that the students brought that are used for Spanish and Estudio Sociales. I have our discipline stuff up here. So it's just easy to access it, I guess, when I'm in the front of the class for their clips. And then, yeah, I just like to hang a lot of stuff, everything that we do for skip counting, math, lots of posters, things that the kids have made. Right here is for our morning routine. So the kids all sit here in the morning and we do calendar, days of the week, weather, and then number chart. So it's really nice to like be conveniently located and all at eye levels. The kids, they all do, because they're the ones that do it. And these are our basic classroom rules. I got this at the ABC store in San Pedro. So
Is that in the mall?
that is, it's down near the Centro, actually, if you are walking towards the mall from the Centro of the city. Samira knows where it is, so
There you
I can show
go.
anyone that wants to go to it. You can buy these at the dollar store, actually, in the States. So you can get calendars and weather, that's all from, I think this is all from the dollar store. I made this myself. This is the kind of stuff that I'll switch out when we are finished with the unit. Like before I had some artwork up here that we had done. I've had other math things that we've been working on up here. Over here, something that is always up that I switched out the words. So I have a rhyme chart. So it's for whatever word families we're working on. All of our homework folders from my class go here. And the kids all bring folders at the beginning of the school year. So at the beginning of the day, the kids all know they come in the classroom, put their backpacks away, put their homework folders away, and then go outside. And so they know exactly where it goes. They know they don't have to show it to me. They just need to put it in there, and then I can check it later in the day. Up here is all, I bought these buckets at the Super. The Super has a lot of good plastic stuff randomly sometimes, if you need any plastic materials. These are all materials that I bought in the States and brought back with me. So I have 6 tables, so I have 6 buckets. The materials sometimes can get kind of tricky when you're sharing them with the 100 teachers, so I found it just easiest to keep the stuff that I purchased separate. So they know that this is stuff that is only in the